Hey Marbites and Homo sapiens, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back any new watchers or subscribers. I am Rogue Marby Scott, and as you saw in my latest video, we are doing nursery rhymes and their origins, or their myths, or urban legends, should we say. And yeah, so let's get on to who I'm doing today. What nursery rhyme am I going to be doing today? So the nursery rhyme that I have chosen today is, do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
Yeah, the Muffin Man.
Who lives on Drury Lane?
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man!
Okay? Just as a disclaimer, I do want to say that I have researched particular nursery rhymes that I'll be doing in this series. Some of the nursery rhymes and what I have found are conflicting or aren't true, or, you know what, like I said, urban myths or just urban legends, you know. So it's kind of fun, but a lot of them are true, or their origins are true, should I say. Anyway, let's go on to this tutorial of the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man!
Yes, the Muffin Man. So my foundation of choice today is from Beauty Bakery. It's the Instabake Aqua Glass Foundation in the shade 311W, and I thought it was fitting for me to use Beauty Bakery because I am doing, clearly, the Muffin Man. So Marbites, we're going to dive into the 16th century, 1589 to be precise, where we're going to talk about the beginnings of the story of the Muffin Man. The song itself seems pretty innocuous until we start talking about Frederick Thomas Linwood, also known as the infamous Muffin Man. So doing something new on the channel, I've done this in person. I'm using some liquid highlighter underneath my eyes before I use my concealer. This is going to give an appearance of more sheen and glow from within underneath my eyes, and depending on how you apply it, it will also kind of hide your underneath bags, your eye bags. Yeah, that's what I meant. Now, Frederick was born to Jebediah and Lauren Linwood. Why am I talking like that? Jebediah and Lauren Linwood of Drury Lane. Jebediah, Frederick's father, was a local baker at the Utility Muffin Research Kitchen. He would often abuse Frederick with an iron spatula, and allegedly at one point, according to his diary, Frederick was raped in a traumatic and life-changing situation involving a pastry bag, butter, and most importantly, a muffin, which is what he received after his father had finished his business. Going in with my concealer shade now, and I'm just placing it in the corners, and then I will just place some on my nose and stuff. And as you can see, I'm using 3 different concealers. So I'm using a lighter one, and then I'm going to go in with a darker one. The purpose of me using these 3 shades is because it will kind of blur the eye darkness that I do have, rather than get rid of the bag. But yeah, needless to say, that's what I'm doing. Just quickly going to mattify my face with some powder. I mean, you could call it baking, considering we're talking about the Muffin Man right now, but yeah, we're baking, mattifying this face.
I'm a terrible baker.
And just to add to Frederick's childhood, studies have shown that 1/3 of people who are abused in childhood will become abusers themselves, or in their adult lives, find some sexual kink from it, or even possibly worse. Frederick had a few jobs in his time, and during his time living with dementia, he became a baker again after his first baking business went bust. He's following his father's footsteps. Now this, his last job, is when he became the infamous Muffin Man. Okay, so now I'm gonna create some blush on my face because I want my face to kind of look innocent and, you know, young. So I'm going in with the shade Electric from the Weekend Festival palette by BH Cosmetics, and then once I've placed that on and I'm really happy with the placement of that nice pink tone, I'm gonna go in to the palette Coffee and Cocoa by Beauty Bakery, and I'll be using the shade La Vida Mocha just to give it that extra pop. So where did Frederick's nickname, the Muffin Man, come from? Well, the Muffin Man is actually a reference to his crimes, to the murders he committed. Children would frequently visit his shop and, full of sugar and steroids, would run riot in his shop. Why is he putting steroids in his baking goods? Anyway, to stop this, Frederick turned to murder. Now, how he tried to kill these children, or how he did. By local folklore, it is said that Frederick would tie a muffin to a string, and as a child tried to snatch it, he pulled the string, eventually luring the child to his house and giving him enough time to knock the child out with a wooden spoon. However, people question if it was an actual wooden spoon he used to murder his child victims or if he used some other means. I have read in the past he used a sharpened end of a wooden spoon to stab his victims multiple times to death. Who knows? He killed at least 15 children. Did it stop there? No. So I'm just going to work on my nose a little bit. So I'm just highlighting it with a mattified highlighter, and then I'm going to go in with a highlighter. I'm going to contour down my nose and on the tip because I want my tip to kind of look more buttonish and more cartoonish, just to go with the whole theme that I'm going for this look. I mean, it is going to be a glam and gore look, or a childish gore glam look, but yeah, you'll see at the end. But yeah, this is what I'm doing for my nose, and yeah, let's continue. Now, going back to how Frederick Linwood killed the children that he killed, I am absolutely getting some Hansel and Gretel vibes. I mean, Hansel and Gretel was published in the 1800s, the 19th century. I feel like this story of Frederick Linwood had traveled the world, or possibly Europe, but I am getting Hansel and Gretel vibes. You know that story, yeah? Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane? Yes, I know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Yes, I know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane. Now, the lyrics to the nursery rhyme have been said to be a warning to children who lived on Drury Lane or in the surroundings. However, I am not getting a very conspicuous vibe from that. It sounds harmonic and inviting. So now I'm just going to sketch out where I want drips of glazedness, like drips of icing to be on my face. I'm not going to do my neck, I'm just going to place a momentness on my neck, you know, just so I know where I'm going, but I pretty much do my neck freehand. So I'm using face paints now, and the face paints that I am using today are Snazaroo. I wanted this look to be quite accessible for anybody that wanted to recreate it, or anyone that's watching and has seen some of my face painting videos. Then this is the face paint that I would say to use for beginners, but if not, you can go for stuff like Maron or Graftopian and whatnot, you know, the higher brands. But I'm using this today because it was just there in my face. So going back to the murders of Frederick. Frederick did not discriminate. Yes, he killed children, but he was also a jealous man. He was jealous of other chefs in town, and in total, he killed 7 rival pastry chefs. So naming those pastry chefs, Chef Randall, who he drowned in brownie batter. Chef William, brain beaten to death. Chef Carver, well, he beat him to death with a matchlock. Chef George, flattened with a rolling pin. Chef David, cooked to a golden brown. So clearly this guy was not brown in color anyway. Chef Aaron, shaped and baked. I'm not even too sure what that means, but this is an urban legend, so I'm just gonna assume that he shook him and his brain hemorrhaged, and then he put him in an oven. Then we have number 7, Chef Adam, killed with a mortar after tripping over a pestle. Now that just seems a bit comical, even though it's not, but it's an urban legend. But if you're tripping over a pestle and you decide to kill the victim with a mortar, anyway, you're sick in the head, and you're just sick in the head anyway. So let's just do a little recap. Frederick Thomas Linwood, also known as the Muffin Man, also known as the Drury Lane Dicer. I didn't say this before, but he was also known as the Drury Lane Dicer. He was England's first documented serial killer, accused of killing up to 15 children and 7 pastry rival chefs. Or rival pastry chefs. Not to be confused with Mary Ann Cotton, Britain's first serial killer, who poisoned a string of her husbands for their insurance money, also by, you know, killing 11 of her children. I wanted a soft, natural brown lip for this look, a muted nude look, so that's what I'm doing here. And lastly, I'm just adding some fake blood onto some of the red parts of my face paint that I have drawn on and made cartoonish. The fake blood that I am using, I have mixed in some tea bags just to give it more of a scabbish kind of texture, and that is it. So Marbites and Homo sapiens, that's how I got the look, and I am so happy with my Muffin Man rendition. Do you like it? Do I look creepy? Do I look cute? You let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and press that notification bell. I can't wait to do the next look, and It might be a little bit creepy crawly-ish. I'm not sure yet. Ooh. Ciao for now, Homo sapiens, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!